What's up, YouTube? Back in another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about pick and roll offense, and specifically just one tip that'll greatly help your pick and roll offense here in 2K26. And that tip is to diversify your pick and roll. Pick and roll is the most common thing that you'll probably use and play against, but it's usually just spread pick and roll with point guard center or best ball handler, best player center, sometimes power forward, and that's really it. There's not much variation to it. They also throw in a pick and pop if they got a shooting big, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And that can get boring and stagnant, but at the same time it is pretty efficient and just easy to do. And so I see why most people play like this, and a lot of people also try to make the argument that that's the only thing that works and nothing else works, and on top of that, that's what they do in the NBA. And it's like, no. Like, there's a lot of other things that work, and there's also a lot of other things that they do in the NBA. Like, yeah, it is very pick and roll heavy, but there's a lot of different types of screens and picks that they use, as well as different types of spacing that they use, and all those things are available to you on the game as well. So you have your double drag screen, your Spain pick and rolls, guard to guard screens, inverted screens, empty side or empty corner pick and rolls, horns screens or horn spacing, ghost screens, ram screens, pistol screens. There's probably a couple more that I'm forgetting, but there's a lot of different types of screening action that you can use. And on top of that, there's also plays that have actions happening before, during, or after your pick and roll, just to give you more options. And so I'm gonna go over some clips of me using a lot of these things in online games against real people. So first we're gonna get into some double drags and then some variations of it. So right here, this play gets called Philly Fist 71 down double VJ Edgecombe. Just bring the ball up. Drummond, he sets this little screen for McCain, but then they both gonna come up. And it's simple double ball screen. You know, from here you just read the defense. You got your shooters in the corners. Hurdle, he's up way too high, so I just blow by, easy dunk. He too slow. And so here we got another one with Donovan Mitchell, Cleveland Fist 24 double. And, you know, right here, just bring the ball up, get the double ball screen. But this time, there's nobody in the corner, so it just gives you another option that you can, you know, get into your step back mid ranges, or maybe even get to the corner for a three. And it just gives the defense a different look. So right here, I'm able to turn the corner and just get a dunk. I showed a couple plays similar to this one in like the intro, one with Donovan Mitchell, one with Cam Thomas. But concept is the same. You get a double ball screen, but this time notice the angle is different, and then I'm able to like get into the corner. So right here, I run it. Grady, he's too far behind. Trae Young, easy midi fade. So again, double ball screen, but instead of it being in the middle, you got double ball screens that's angled to you to get into the corner or get to the baseline. And I also mentioned that you can have actions that happen before, during, or after your pick and rolls. And so right here, we got ATL cut to rip fist. So this is a cutting play, but it starts out with this double ball screen right here, right? And so if I could get a shot here. If I don't, I just let the play run. And I noticed this guy in particular, he would just off ball on Wemby and just like spam the lanes. And so I know he's going to reach or at least run into the screen, right? So he reaches and he runs into the screen a little bit. Easy dunk for Porzingis. And again, same play, but just earlier in the game. Double screen. I know he's going to reach. He reached and walked into Dyson Daniels. Easy dunk. And so here's another one, quick double drag three. And this is actually a 3-point play designed for Corey Kispert. So get the double ball screen. And I probably could have shot it, but I just let the play run. And then Kispert, he goes like, you know, mid post, elbow area, and then gets this screen coming back up to the top of the key. I don't know what he's doing, but, you know, this is just another wrinkle in your double ball screen play. So now I'm gonna get into a couple handoffs that flow into pick and roll. So right here, this one is for Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Fist 52 give. DiVincenzo brings the ball up, and this is just a simple handoff. And then when we go into the pick and roll with Rudy, Embiid's up too high. VJ Edgecombe gets clipped by the screen. Maxey stays home on DiVincenzo, but I'm able to just get into the lane and get a dunk with him. And here's another one, Philly Fist 15 wide give. I don't know if this one is a designed pick and pop one, but Embiid ended up popping out to the 3, or at least he tried to here. So get this screen. You might get a shot off right here if this, defender gets clipped by the screen and he can't recover. But then play goes into this handoff with Maxey and Embiid. Embiid pops and he gets a foot on the line, so he gets a 2. Here's another one with the Pacers, but it starts out with Nembhard getting like this stagger screen. So you get the screens, got a potential 3 here, but I let the play run, and then it goes into a handoff with Halliburton, and then Halliburton pick and roll with Obi Toppin, and I get a lob. And here's one with the Lakers, LAL Fist 15 give double. I bring the ball up with Luka. Handoff to LeBron. Then it goes into a double ball screen for LeBron. And right here, I'm able to get to the rim and get a dunk. So now I'm going to show some inverted and like guard to guard screening actions. So this play right here is actually a post up play, punch 21 delay. And so I call it for Banchero, and Jalen Suggs is going to be the screener. So that's going to make Van Vliet like the hedge defender. And so if I'm able to get going downhill against Van Vliet with Banchero, this is a bucket every time. So he gets clipped by the screen. Now I get to go downhill against Fred Van Vliet, and yeah, there's nothing he can really do about that. Easy layup. So here it is again earlier in the game. This time I forced a switch. And yeah, there's nothing Van Vliet could really do here. Easy lay. And right here, here's a 3-point play. Quick 4 STS flare that has a guard to guard screening action. And so I call it for Kawhi. He's not a guard, but pretty much like same concept. You get this screen right here, right? And then everybody's so focused on the screen. Kawhi, he also gets this flare screen right here from Brook Lopez. De'Aaron Fox gets clipped by the screen. Wide open wing 3. And here's a similar one with Corey Kispert. It's quick 12 flare. So I bring the ball up. Get this screen from Corey Kispert. I attack the rim. Both defenders go with CJ. He also gets this flare screen out here. And he doesn't step up. So easy 3 for Corey. So now I'm going to go over a couple horns plays that I used. I showed a clip of this in the intro where I got a dunk for Zion, but here's another one from this game. Got your horns pick and rolls, and so I can go either way. Go left, get a layup, Jordan Poole. And here's one with the Hawks, Atlanta Fist 13 horns. I showed a clip of this as well in the intro too, but here's another one. And so right here, get your horns, but this time it's not really in the middle of the court. It's more like towards the wing, and this corner is empty. And so I try to get to it, but they play good defense. He drops, and so he leaves Porzingis on the pop for the 3. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the clips. I guess I could show more, but I mean, you get the idea, right? So basically, spread pick and roll is fine, but diversify your pick and roll game, mix it up a little bit, use different ball handlers, different screeners, different types of spacing, and just different types of screens. Get actions happening before, during, or after your pick and roll, just to mix up your offense. And so that's pretty much it for the video. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this helped you. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content.